Two men. Some podcasting equipment. What could possibly go wrong? Don't you think we have enough of them?
Yeah, we have enough of those.
No! Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your ears for a listening experience you've never had. It's Pertinent Podcast!
Welcome back to the It's Pertinent Podcast, the podcast where the grass may be green,
But she could be way more mean and take over aspects of your life that you weren't ready to give up because you wanted to stay with her despite all of the manipulation because she's pretty and your family approved. But ultimately, sacrificing any amount of your own spirit and personality for somebody else is always going to be a losing game.
Wow, I love how the last two times we've done this has been real philosophical and, hearty.
Yeah. That's just immediately where my mind went. Whenever I hear that quote, that's exactly that verbatim. Like that's practice rehearsed every night.
Of course, every night in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Well, either way, welcome back. I am your PP boy, James, the general, the lieutenant, the whatever you have given me in the previous.
You're doing yourself this time.
No, because I'm going to give you one.
Oh, cool. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a switch up. I'm here with my PP boy, my wrangler, my horse keep, my bartender.
Wow.
Mr. Kurt, PP boy Kurt.
I don't mind that. It's a little Wild West theme on mine. I was hoping, smuggler.
Maybe that's next week's.
I've said, whenever people talk about it, it's like, oh, what job do you think you'd have in this fantasy universe or this fantasy universe? I always think when it comes to Star Wars and intergalactic sort of fantasy, it's sci-fi. There is a word for it. I would want to be a smuggler, like Han Solo. Probably not as good or as prolific as him, but I think I could do that.
Yeah. Equally as egotistical.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully with a cool sidekick as well.
I'll be the big hairy sidekick. I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
Just for you.
I don't always agree with those sayings, like the grass is always greener on the other side.
Really? Why?
I feel, but also in saying that, those sayings always nowadays have a second more clear, not clear, but appropriation to them. It's the grass is always greener where you water it. And it's oh, now I have to change my perception on. It's did they say, do you reckon the guy who made the grass is always greener on the other side made part 1 and 2 of that?
Nah, I think it's like the jack of all trades and master of none.
Yeah.
Do you know the rest of that saying?
No.
So it's a jack of all trades with a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So it's saying that being more well-versed is better than not.
Yeah, doing something. Okay. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun facts, I guess. You can use that in your fun fact.
I have been called out on my fun facts. Yeah. I noticed that they got taken out of the pod last week, much to my demise. I had a few Randys reach out saying, why have you been censored? Felt like I was left out of this conversation and I want to know what this is.
It was upper management. I had nothing to do with it. They forced me to write a script to say in between those things. Look, these things happen in business.
It's just not on.
Not much you can do.
I think if I can provide anything to any people who listen to the PP show, if you ever need a fun fact and I'm not on camera, absolutely ask me for one and I'll reveal both of those to you. Because you said it, the upper management said in a Patreon episode, no, I'm not putting this behind a paywall. I think information should be free. So if you do want to know.
Could be a free Patreon.
Well, then that's what we've got right now.
Yeah,
essentially
just
going.
Another social media account.
Because Patreon is a subscription service.
Yes.
So what are you subscribing for?
Good times.
Good times.
At Kurt's friend house.
That was good. I've actually, no, it wasn't good. I think I remember.
No, it was funny to listen to. But that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very terrifying thought, having a friend house.
It sounds like something overtly sexual.
Yeah. Which we don't like.
No.
Before we get into anything today, something has been looming over our heads. The pertinent points.
It's a bit of a schmozzle at the moment because for the past 4 weeks, we've been putting out polls on our Instagram and on Spotify to decide who wins the PP from week to week. And checking the results, we're currently tied. And as we know, The poll for the previous week's episode comes out on the release day of the next week's ep. So we don't actually know who's going to win this tiebreaker.
No.
And we won't know till next week. But that means next week we have to come in with that forfeit. Do you know what you would have? Because we are tied. This could go either way.
I don't have anything that's like jumping to me. I'm gonna do some real deep thinking about it.
Yep. You can put up a question.
I'll put up a suggestions box.
Yep.
On Instagram. Go follow us at PP at the Pertinent. It's not that.
It's Pertinent Podcast.
It's
everywhere.
Everywhere.
I still think I'm going to stick with my one, which is the fun one. I think that'd be a good thing to go out and do on a day.
Yeah, that could be fun.
You have to buy 3 coffees, essentially. That's most of the forfeit. But I think it would be good.
Yeah. Why 3 coffees?
So do it at 3 different places. Do you want to do it at more? Just go out.
We'll start with 3.
Yeah. Because we have invested in some new gear, so it'll make that all very feasible.
Yeah, very much so. Well, if you have any suggestions, chuck them through to the Pertinent Pod count on Instagram or Spotify.
Instagram's the main place, I think, to for all that sort of stuff if you wanted
the main pipe, if you will.
Yeah, we have been getting a few different suggestions on different mediums about how to improve the pod. I don't want any of that anymore. Actually, no, improvements, that's fine. I want it to be known that we only really want negative feedback.
Yes.
Because we are incredibly... not egotistical, because it sounds bad to say out loud. Yeah, about...
does that sound better to say out loud?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want to know what's wrong with the pod. We got our first hate comment on TikTok the other day.
We'll pause for an applause.
Very happy with that.
Very happy with that.
I quote, it was groundbreaking content, lads. Hell yeah. I'm really stoked, actually.
Yeah, first one.
That was on me explaining my fun fact. Because I put that up and I was like, you know what? I wanted public opinion and
we got it.
I absolutely got it. And it was he told me that it was not worth talking about. Actually, I got an in-person hate comment. It's not really a hate comment. It was kind of just an observation that I didn't like about what we were doing, which is that I got asked from somebody who was looking at the shorts of our pod, and they asked me, so do you guys just chat rubbish the whole time? I was like, well, that's awfully hostile.
It's a very hostile comment.
No, we do a lot of different stuff. It's like, can you give us a comparison? It was like, can you explain to me? It's like, oh, we do segments and stuff like this and, do competitions. Like, oh, so it is. It's just rubbish the whole time. Like, what? It's like, I'm not saying the podcast is rubbish. I'm just saying you chat rubbish. And I don't like that.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fair description of everything. But,
each to their own.
Can't change everybody's mind. So it's time for a bit of this.
Bit of that.
You might want to put that in reverse so you can understand what I just said. So, for those of you who don't know, reverse ad-libs or Radlibs, as some
have called it,
is a game we're going to play where I'm going to give James 10 words and he's going to have to associate them. First word that comes to his head, he says out loud. And then with those 10 words, I'm going to turn it into a story, into a very riveting,
entertaining,
emotional,
ecstatic,
evocative story. Ecstatic story?
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe.
Sure.
Super excited to share it. Ecstatic even.
Eclectic.
Are you ready?
Eccentric.
Nope.
Euphoric.
Euphoric maybe.
I'm ready.
Depends how good it is.
I got coffee beans. Okay, I'm ready.
First word. You're going to notice that there's a bit of a theme here.
Okay.
Eye patch.
Pirate.
Peg leg.
Man.
Great. Scimitar.
Simon.
Okay. Barrel.
Barricade.
It's just a similar sounding word.
Yeah.
Boat.
Ship. I'm just going synonyms today.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's associated. Sails.
Sailor.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be easy as. Port.
Kylie Minogue.
Well, you had that predetermined.
There was a gap there.
Nope. Barter.
Barman.
You're just going with words that sound
I'm going with the first thing that pops in my head, okay? If you're going to judge this, you can get out.
That's just not... Play it again. Map.
Max.
Yeah.
This one's popping in my head.
Treasure.
Chest.
Great. Well, that's an interesting slew of words. Not exactly what I was hoping for nor expecting. Kylie Minogue. Good to get it. We usually do have a name in there, but usually it's from the person asking the question. So, okay.
Are you ready?
I'm going to take a second. Oh, do I get a second or no?
You can have a second.
All right.
All right, go.
Oh, that was it?
That was a second.
Okay, so today I'm going to tell you a story about a pirate from the 1760s. This story is going to follow the path of a man named Simon. Simon was merely a boat hand upon a ship that was used mostly for trading. They one day got a shipment of barricades that they were transporting to the front of some nameless war, some nameless battle that was raging on, as they often did around the world, around the globe in that time. People fighting for land, new land. Australia still on the cards by that point, you know. So they sailed their ship with their barricades to the scene of mass destruction. Bodies flying everywhere because they were using batons and stuff like that back then. I just remember they probably wouldn't have had guns, so maybe bodies were...
Pirates.
Cannons and stuff?
Yeah.
In the 1760s?
Absolutely.
Cool. Sorry, I don't have the timeline on gunpowder. So, among this group of sailors, there was one sailor, a close friend of Simon. And their skills were like no other. The rest of the crew always saw them as out of place, purely because they were seeming to be hiding some unnatural talents, and it felt as though their job upon this ship was to keep them hidden. And upon introduction, Simon thought this person had a peculiar name, considering the port in which they were sailing from, as they just picked them up on this journey for a very specific purpose. And this person's name was Kylie Minogue. Hair cut short and true identity known only to a few, as her bob was kept neat and tidy under her sailor's cap. She was simply pretending to be a barman at the port before they left, and was now venturing as a sailor under the name Max. Because their incredible, or maybe to some subpar singing capabilities, were seen as witchcraft in this time, being able to seduce or burst the eardrums of the enemy. The group of sailors, this ship and their crew, were in desperate need of somebody who was able to cause such distraction. So when they arrived and went to deliver their barricades, they noticed that the person who they were delivering this shipment to was withholding payment. So through great diversion by one Max, aka Kylie, they were able to not only discombobulate the traitorous recipient of this shipment, but they were also able to stealthily steal the chest of gold that was rightfully theirs as payment for their job. So, our young Simon and Max, aka Kylie Minogue, managed to complete this one journey to deliver barricades during this time of war in 1760, and this just stands as a tale that, you know, sometimes people are more than what meets the eye.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's just like a normal
cautionary tale.
Yeah, just cautionary tale. Like nothing too grand happened in that tale, you know, but just like the layman having, you can find extraordinary stuff around any corner.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
just like our podcast, out of every corner they can find something extraordinary
or something rubbish,
according to other people.
Unlike Kylie Minogue. Couldn't name a single song of hers.
Really?
Nope.
Can't get you out of my head.
That's an awfully romantic thing to say during a podcast.
No, that's the name of the song.
Oh,
you knew that.
I don't. Oh, that's her. Okay.
That's it.
She dates Keith Urban, right?
I think so. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. I don't know her personally.
Is Kylie Minogue? I have no idea. I can't even picture her. I should know. She's Australian.
She's like an Australian icon. You're going to get ripped for that.
Icon? Is she on she's on like The Voice.
She's Australian Idol, I think.
Australian Idol, what, with like Guy Sebastian?
No, she's Australia's Got Talent. No, that's Danny. No, fun fact. The Minogues went to my mum's high school.
Cool. Were they just as... I'm not going to keep just smack talking Kylie Minogue. There's no need to. I genuinely just don't know.
Yeah.
But it is a name I'm aware of, but couldn't cite you any of her work.
Well, that's going to get you in trouble.
No, it's not. I would put money on there's not a surviving Kylie Minogue fan under the age of 60. Like that's like in their main, like a Kylie Minogue song in their main playlist on Spotify.
I've got a Kylie Minogue. I've got Can't Get You Out of My Head in my main playlist.
Main playlist.
My Boogie Time.
Is that
Absolutely.
your main one? You reckon you play that more than other ones?
Yeah.
Oh, exception to the rule, I suppose.
I'm 60 at heart though.
It's like your white girl bangers playlist.
That's the same one.
See?
What's wrong with
You
that?
play when other people are in the car. That's not what you listen to when you're by yourself.
Absolutely it is.
I don't believe you. That's the I'm trying to appease everybody in the backseat playlist.
Just because you don't like a certain genre of music doesn't mean it's bad.
I'm just putting something out there and I don't want to be proved wrong just yet. So
Okay. Well, we'll have to see.
Same with, you know any Guy Sebastian songs? Grenade? Nope. Bruno Mars.
Kurt,
Yes.
do you feel like you are great in conversations? Great at conversing?
I think I'm above the median. Yeah.
Yeah? Above average, would you say?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so.
Do you think that you use a lot of words when you're conversing?
I've found recently actually that I should probably start like learning new words every day because I'm struggling a little bit and I feel like I could say things better if I had access to a better vocabulary.
What's the most impressive word you know? Go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's a cop out. Do another one.
That I would use in normal day. I used a good one today. No, not today. A couple of days ago. Can you give me a second to think? See, this is the thing. It's like when we were playing, what was it? Sanskrit Shootout. As soon as I get asked to think of a word, I can't do it.
Right. But you just know that it was an impressive word.
Yeah. I feel like when I need it, I rise to the occasion with vocabulary.
Right. You're a clutch player.
Absolutely.
In the fourth, down 30.
Yeah.
Put him in, coach.
I sort of will start a sentence, and if I think I want to be a little smarty pants, like I can sub out normal words with slightly higher, more impressive words.
More impressive words like dysentery.
Yeah, dissonance.
Disembowel.
Well, I wouldn't use that very often, I don't think.
That doesn't come up in your everyday conversation?
Only when it's about D&D.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
A lot of disembowelment going there.
So
Well, the reason I'm asking you is because we actually have a new segment
we do.
for this week. And we have aptly named it 15. I'll get into why it's aptly named. But before we properly explain it, we both had a go at making an acronym with the word 15 spelt out. Would you like to go? Actually, I think I should go first.
I mean,
So
the game is, we just happened to we had to explain the game in a few words, and then it happened that it spelt out 15.
yeah. So I'm gonna say my 15.
Yeah.
Then you can say your 15.
Yeah.
And then whichever one works better is the one we will.
Yeah. It was weird that we both somehow got 15.
I know, it's crazy.
We only realized that afterwards.
Well, my acronym is flexing intelligence for time, eventually equaling numbers.
Should we give the explanation of the acronym after we explain what the game is? So it
Yes.
makes sense? Yeah, okay. So, you want my 15?
Yeah.
Well, then they're going to have to, it's just too much thinking. I'm sorry, Randy. Finding important figures to eloquently explain nuance.
Very nice.
Eloquently, good word. Nuance,
Eloquent.
good word.
Some good words there.
Thank you.
Hopefully that will help you in this game. Now, what this game is about is I have written down here 8 words that I need you to guess. The catch is I only have 15 words that I can use to get you to guess those words.
Yeah.
Does Does that make sense?
Yeah, so just under double the amount of words that I need to guess you have to.
So I've got to be really strategic in how I play this, and you've got to be really switched on.
Okay.
This is similar to a board game named Taboo. Have you played it?
I have played Taboo.
I am incredible at Taboo.
I quite like Taboo, but I am always dragged down by my teammates.
We've never been on a team together.
We haven't. No, that's true.
It'd be too unfair.
And, well, that was actually kind of the reasoning behind us not being on the same team. I got on with a bunch of duds last time. Shout out Alex.
Yeah.
Just quiet and not helpful whatsoever.
Not helpful. Shout out, though.
Shout
No room for error here. Here we go. Yeah, only got 15 chances to guess the word. It's only 8 words to guess. Finding important figures to eloquently explain nuance.
I don't think our IPP, its pertinent point this week should be based on whoever got the better acronym. No, it'll be on the next. I would like public opinion on that if and when it comes around.
I think it can just be like brownie points or
Okay, cool. Well, moving forward.
Confidence in your ability. It's going to be extremely noted. Like, you're going to know when I'm using the words. I may like say a little bit in between.
Okay.
But it's going to be very like obvious.
Yes.
Okay. Head.
Skull.
Yes.
Good. All right. Yeah, I had a few. I had brain and cranium in there, but I was thinking skull. Yeah.
Country symbol.
What? Country symbol. Flag.
Yes.
Okay.
Behind.
Ass. Or bottom. Hold on. I only get one guess? Damn.
Treasure.
Chest.
Behind treasure.
Behind treasure. What? Wait,
Lingo.
is this all for the same word?
Behind treasure. Behind
Yeah.
treasure.
Yeah.
Lingo.
Is this one sentence?
This is one word. I'm trying to get you to
No,
guess.
but like, is behind treasure lingo
No, it's not. It's just like
3 separate description
yes.
words for the one word?
Yeah.
Behind.
Behind
Yeah.
treasure.
I said ass. Bottom. Bum. Booty.
There we go. Okay, I've used 5 words so far, and we've only got 3 of them, so this might be very difficult.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Famous pirate.
Blackbeard. Johnny Depp. Sam Sparrow.
Ab workout.
Core.
Lying.
Plank. Oh, it's pirate themed. Yeah, of course.
Water woman.
Siren. No, mermaid?
I've used 11 words so far.
So what happens when I guess 2 and I get one of them right?
I think we'll count it for the now.
For now, yeah.
Going forward, we can refine it.
Okay.
Movie pirate.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right, so I have used 13 words currently, and there is 1 word left.
Okay, I can get it. You don't even leave a word in reserve.
Okay.
I've got this.
Shiny.
Did we talk about this before? I feel like there's a jewel.
Treasure.
Gold.
Yes!
Okay.
You had me worried there for a
You
second.
said I said it. We've spoken about this before, and we had spoken about treasure. So I was,
Oh, well, that's a very vague question
Yeah,
to
okay.
answer. Yes, we have in the past spoken about this.
today on this.
I know, but that's why I didn't know what you meant.
Okay. Well,
Hence the vagity. Vagity? I don't know if that's a word. Anyway, you did it. 15 words or less.
Just checking in the editing booth. No, we didn't do it in 15 words or less. whoever's responsible for this, I will have a stern talking to with upper management. It will get sorted for the next time. But no, it was actually 17 words, so a little bit off there.
I feel like I probably could have done better. I've completely forgot that the theme was pirates.
Yeah, but that's okay.
It was a whoopsie.
It happens.
Yeah, this is a good theme for an episode.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yarmy Hearty.
The Sea of Thieves.
That is what it's called.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
I like that segment. I think we should do that with maybe a potential guest.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah. Who would you pick?
So I would pick...
So the theme of today, obviously, has been pirates.
Yes.
And so we wanted to do a, just in case there is a Randy who is lacing up their waterproof boots and heading out to sea away from Brandy, who's working the port.
Hard.
Tough ask.
Leaving them alone.
Just dropped off his foreign silver necklace or whatever it is that he gave her.
That's cursed.
From Italy or something like that. And he's heading out to sea. And I wanted, just in case, conversation with other said sailors and or pirates. If it goes stale or you run out of stuff to say, could probably throw one of these in there.
You know what they say, it would be helpful when in a social situation with your friends and you wanted to sound really cool. So you use one of these 3 fun facts.
Or something to that effect.
So this is actually this week's It's Pertinent Point game.
Yes.
So whoever wins this will be determining who does the forfeit.
No, that's...
Oh, no, that's happening. Sorry,
correct.
mind me. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit
This will go towards the next one. This will be the
next
first one
one
towards the next.
So it's a good one to win, get ahead of the curve. Well, the way this game works is that we have a theme, a category, and both Kurt and I have to come up with 3 sayings that are surrounding that theme that you could use in conversation if you ever get stumped and this topic arises. So we're going to have... Did we give ourselves a time limit last time?
We did. We had 3 minutes to do 3.
All right, we're going to do 3 minutes. We're going to write our 3, and then we're going to come back as if we're in a conversation and show you.
At sea.
At sea.
You can hear the parrot, I imagine, that's
Yeah.
flying over the harbour. Coming back. No, they do act. There was a bird.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was a parrot, and then it just lands on the railing next to our Capitan. We should set the scene. Just pulled away from the harbour. We're on a big ship, 4 sails. Gust of wind pushing us out. It's
late in the afternoon. We're heading towards the
1760.
horizon.
We've got barricades that we're going to sell on to a foreign war.
Should we do the pirate accent?
Are you so brave?
Yar!
See there, me partner boy.
Howdy there, ship Hank.
Aye, that be my name, Ship Hank. They call me so because I'm
Hanking on the ship.
hankering for a ship. Aye. I'm here with me fellow friend Big Belly Bob.
Yar, that is me, the big belly ball.
Couldn't
biggest belly
get
on
out of the rumbles, Big Belly Bob.
Yar.
Because you know what they say, Bob, if you're about Brandy, they say that you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be, but my life, my love, and my lady is the sea, Big Belly Bob.
Yar, they do be saying that.
Say that, you know.
You know, that reminds me of our old mate Bill. He was cast aside for something that he did not do. But you know what they say, not all who walk the plank are guilty.
Gosh, they do bloody say that, don't they? But hey, you know, what do they know about his business, you know?
What do they know about his
They
business?
don't know nothing about his business, you know. I was out at sea not too long ago, and I came across another ship, and they be flying that nasty flag, and me captain wasn't so sure that of their intentions, and I said to him, if they're flying the skull and crossbones, you know, don't argue that it could be just for show.
Yar, they do be saying that. I have heard the captain say that at one point or another.
Don't challenge it, you know.
And it seems as though the captain was a bit awry as of late. He seems a bit worse for wear. His brain's not really in it. His heart's not there. But you know what they say.
Or might be.
A pirate is lost without treasure to plunder. He's walking around in circles, looking at the horizon, hoping for a fair maiden to come and rescue him.
That's what I be saying to my crewmates, you know, make sure you're setting goals and
Yes.
have
And journaling and having
10-year plan.
good conversations with your friends and support group.
You write down 10 things you want in life, and then you break them down into 5 actionable things you can do, you know.
Smart goals.
The life of a pirate as it goes.
Yes. Actionable goals, yeah.
You know, we was out at sea not too long ago, minding me own business, you know. And it came across that we'd struck a leak in our ship. And we all started being real frantic about it, looking everywhere. And I said, halt, your mateys. You know what they say, if your ship has a leak, work from the bottom up to find it.
You know, they do be saying that.
I've heard that.
I have heard that once or twice around
the
the poop deck.
Nope.
Yar.
Yeah.
I had a good chat with one of the crewmates the other day.
No, you did not.
He went into town to squander a love he had for a while, but
Squander.
he
Get rid of it.
yes, but I had to say
You
to
wanted
him,
to kill her.
no, not that. That's a bit extreme. But he was more trying to
squander in the love. Then he
no
wants to get
squander
rid
is
of it.
in like pushing the love down so he can focus on his goals and get forward in life. And,
Alright.
And but you know what they say. You
What's
don't
that?
don't judge the ship by the beauty of the helm, but by the quality of the crew. You know what they say.
They
yes,
do
yeah.
say that. I've once, many a time, gone out to sea on a jet ski and gone way faster than a boat because I was with me good crew, you know.
What the fuck is a jet
We've
ski?
been out there with it's revolutionary technology. You better get on it. What you know about my business?
What do you
boss?
know about my
Hey,
business?
can I interest you in a cup of water, matey? Maybe with a squish of lime in it. You know.
Like Captain Morgan.
And you sit down and you tell me a story, you know.
Yeah.
Tell me all about your business.
Yeah, the captain looks pissed. He seems as though he might come and throw us off the ship.
Oh yeah, button. Get the captain, you know, just
That was beautiful.
That was pretty good. That was fun.
That was fun.
fun.
We should do more themed ones.
I think I kind of defaulted to the Caribbean accent that
What do you know about my
the
business?
captain has in Castlevania.
Right,
I love
right.
that guy.
That is fair.
Have you watched up to that part
I
yet?
haven't, no.
Yeah, well, you'll understand everything
Okay,
I'm
that's
saying
fine. That's fine.
when you watch up to that. Yeah, so if you're out sailing seas and you're ever short on conversation, feel free to use any of those 3. You're
Yeah.
now more well prepared for these social situations if they come up.
Make sure to vote on who you thought was the better
Pirates.
quote, better pirate,
Pirate.
for.
Who had more experience, do you think, based on what they said?
Yeah, if you would hear those quotes coming out of people's mouths, who do you think would be the better pirate?
Yeah, exactly. If you heard both of them say that stuff, you're like, oh, that guy's definitely
Yeah, he knows what he's saying.
plundered more loot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plundered more booty.
And I just want to really reiterate, you're not voting based on who you like more. I just want to make sure that's crystal clear.
Hey, that wouldn't even be a problem because we're tied 2 for 2 right now.
Exactly. I just want to make it crystal. I just want to make that crystal clear.
Yeah.
You're not voting for me because you like me the most. That's okay.
Do you want to explain what yours meant, or do you think...
I think all mine are pretty self-explanatory, but I'm happy to give it a try.
Yeah,
So my first one, not all who walk the plank are guilty. Not all who walk the plank are guilty.
That one is very straightforward.
Pretty self-explanatory. Don't, immediately listen to everything you hear.
Yeah.
Believe everything you hear.
Yeah,
You should
exactly.
listen to everything you
Yeah.
hear.
Justice for the guilty burden of proof, you know?
Yeah, something to that effect. Not everything is always as it seems, is
Exactly.
the
Thank you.
vibe of that. And my second one, a pirate is lost without treasure to plunder. Again, set goals, actionable, 10-year plan,
Yeah.
write it down, journal it out, speak it into existence, daily affirmations,
You don't want to get lost at sea.
ice bath,
Sauna
Epsom
recovery.
salt.
Yeah, yep.
get into it. And the third
Diet-
one, don't
diet
judge a...
plan. Sorry, diet plan, I said.
Yeah, okay, of course. Don't judge a ship by the beauty of the helm, but by the quality of the crew. Not everything is about looks.
Yeah.
Something may look good on the outside, but In reality, it's how it works.
That's a really big truck, but you don't need all that space, buddy.
Exactly.
You don't have the ability to drive something that big.
No, you don't. And you need to reevaluate your life. Would you like to explain yours?
Yeah, so my first one was, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be, but my life, my love, and my lady is the sea. And I think this really speaks for itself.
Poetic.
That's great. I came up with that all on my own. And what it's basically trying to say is that, look, there's going to be distractions. All right. But no matter how tantalizing, how wonderful or inspiring those distractions might be, you got to maintain true to what your purpose is.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's what that says.
Poetic.
The next one is...
And also don't be an alcoholic.
Don't do that. Brandy's actually the name of a lovely woman who was working at a dock bar, and she served whiskey and wine to all the sailors.
Wow.
She did. Next one is, if they're flying the skull and crossbones, don't argue that could be just for show. You know. This is
Rhyming.
If the people are giving you clear signs, don't try and find different explanations for them. Just take it as it is, and you'll be less confused and, less let down.
Yeah.
My final one is, if your ship has a leak, work from the bottom up to find it, which is just...
That's fantastic, might I just say.
Thank you. Go back to the roots. Go back to the deepest layer and then work up, because oftentimes it's not going to be something superficial that's causing an issue for you. So you really want to find pull the weeds out at the roots. Otherwise they're going to grow back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic work.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I think they're
Wisdomous.
Regardless of who wins the pertinent point, that's 6 quotes you can use at any time.
We've provided value.
Absolutely. And I think regardless of who of us wins, the Randys win.
And that's not rubbish either, by the way.
It's not rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
Has nothing to do with macaroni cheese.
It's a completely different recipe.
Completely different recipe.
Well, that's it. Sorry. That's all we have for the Pertinent Pod.
The Pirate Pertinent Pod.
Pirate Pertinent Pod, the PPP. As you'll notice, there's no R in there for rubbish.
No R for rubbish.
There's no room for it.
No room.
Here. We've got a real strict schedule. We're like a train conductor. I whip out my pocket watch. Ooh, no time for rubbish today. Better get through to all the pertinent stuff.
I love that.
Got to cover that off, and then we're gone. We're gone. Train comes back.
What's the train conductor's name?
Heffley. No! Sorry. That was just first name in my head because you brought it up before the show.
That's okay.
I'm lost now. Why did I say Heffley? Yeah, Conductor Heffley, sure. Great. He's keeping us on a tight schedule. And then he's back next Wednesday.
He's got a lot of voices he needs to listen to.
All aboard the Pertinent Pod train. No, sorry, mate. Rubbish is on the next train. You can catch that
next one
on Thursday.
Goes out of town. Pertinent Pod coming around
Wednesday.
town every week.
Every Wednesday on the dot without failure.
Without failure, depending on which time zone you're in.
Yeah.
Without failure.
We're there.
Without failure. It's Pertinent Pod on absolutely all social media platforms. Go and vote. Go and vote. Have your say so that we can have our say.
Also, make sure, in particular, you are subscribed to the YouTube, because the forfeit will be predominantly in highest quality displayed on there for the loser of the Pertinent Points, but it'll also show up in short form everywhere else.
Yes. We hope you have a fantastic day.
And remember,
this is the pod that the grass is greener.
But she's most definitely...
We're not doing this again. Bye!
Make sure you tune into next week, because the forfeit will be assigned and the punishment will be chosen. Now, I've got something pretty juicy cooking, like medium rare, prime Wagyu paired with a lovely red level cooking. See ya!